Hey, what's up, dude?
What up, dude? How are you?
Good, good. Nice to see you again. How you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you too.
Aren't you down south? Are you in Florida too, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm not originally from there. I was out there for 16, 17 years. I just moved to New England. So
Okay, okay.
yeah, 6 years ago. So,
Nice.
yeah, aren't you guys about to be up here? You guys are playing the
Uh,
Palladium at Worcester upstairs in like a
yeah,
week or two or something, right?
yeah. We're coming up there. We leave like tomorrow on that run. It's on the way to Incarceration Fest and shit. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. Damn, so you got nice two festivals this year. Encourage.
yeah. And then like a bunch in Europe too. Uh, we gotta like it's like kind of crazy because we gotta fucking fly after this tour, we're home for 1 day, and then we fly out of Orlando the next day to Europe, and then it's a 23-hour drive. When we land, as we get the van and the merch, it's a 23-hour drive to Romania, and then
Holy shit.
yeah, it's we play like a Rockstead or whatever. It's like a big festival in Romania, and then we just work our way back up to Belgium, and then fucking that's pretty much it. And then we fly from fucking Brussels in Belgium to Philly to play Never Home.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I had to get the back line worked out with Peo and everything like that. So
Dude, that's insane.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. I love that.
I know,
Wow.
I know. All the boys were like, "Bro, I don't want to do that," and I'm like, "But we have to."
Right.
I'm like, "We gotta like do shit like this to like so we can do it in the future if we have to."
I agree with you 100%. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Something similar to that was like a year ago when we had a huge run. It was like, I think maybe like a 40 or 50-day stretch, and it bled into Never Home last year.
Oh,
Or like
shit.
2 years ago or something. So honestly, I think it was last year. I don't remember now. Everything's merging together, but yeah, you guys are playing it close to the knife. I love that. Right, it's right there.
Yeah, but I mean, yo, that's how you got to do it, man.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna happen more than once, so might as well just take the dive and be like, yo,
Exactly.
we can do this.
When in Rome,
Yeah, yeah,
or
exactly.
I guess in your position, when in Romania.
When in Romania.
Yeah. When in Romania. Oh man. Well, I love this. Usually Danny says hey and stuff, but I think we're kind of already recording and going in, and
Cool.
so I guess we can kind of start this up.
Let's do it.
First of all, I love that I'm talking to you, dude. I think I haven't seen you honestly since the last time I was in Orlando with Peo, and we had
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah,
night
yeah,
on a night out on the road on the streets of Orlando.
yeah. Like literally late. We were out
Yes.
late. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Even me, I had to. I pretty much ended up sitting outside of Sly Fox till like 4 or 5 in the morning, waiting for an Uber to come
oh,
get me, and then I I wasn't even really sure if I was even going to the right place, and the Uber driver drove me an hour east into Orlando, and he was like, I gotta get back. I was like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be at this place. Like, you gotta give me a second, man. Like,
I
that,
remember that. I remember that
bro,
because
that
Teo was like, we were still up,
yeah.
and he was like, "Bro, he hasn't even left downtown yet. He's still there." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. That was so much fun, man. But oh,
Yeah,
well, I gotta tell you, Austin, I'm happy to be doing this. This another interview, another Never Home. Let's go ahead and start this, man. Let's
yeah.
tell the world, who are you?
I am Austin Hayes. I play in this band. We're from Florida called Heavy Hitter, and we're playing Never Home Fest.
Heavy hitter.
Heavy Hitter, not heavy hitters. All
That's
right,
right.
Heavy Hitter. All
Heavy
right,
hitter. You know
Heavy
what's
Hitter.
I like that you just said that way to me because I was just on the phone with Peo because I was curious if I was going to be talking to you or not. And I just sometimes I add S's to things, and I was all
Yeah,
like, "Yo," I was like, "Am I talking to Austin from Heavy Hitters?" And he's like, "It's Heavy Hitter. It's just no S. It's Hitter." There's a couple hitters in the band. How many hitters do you have in the band?
we got four of us.
There's
Four hitters.
There's four hitters in there's four hitters in hitter. How long?
I love that he did that. That's fucking
I
amazing.
I do too. But I mean, I kind of love this. I mean, this is kind of one thing I've been learning about all these interviews is that the relationships that everybody has with the band, not just inside with the music, but outside as well. And this is one of those moments right there.
Yeah.
And you and Peo, and I know you and Peo are boys. I mean, it's how long have you and Peo or the guys in Kaonashi been to friends or been involved with each other?
Dude, bro. So, bro, it goes back like when we all first met was I was playing in this band down here in Orlando called Lost Trees. It was like a gent like We Came as Romans type band. It was like two vocalists. I was one of the vocalists, that type of shit. We got a show offer to play with Oceana, like the comeback show for the Tide,
Woo!
and Kawanashi was on it. They like direct supported Oceana, I think, whatever. It was a show at the Orpheum. It was a really fun show, but I remember asking Peter because I had already known of the band at that time. This is like 2019, yeah, and
When Orpheum was still in Ybor City.
yeah, my favorite Orpheum. That was my
Yeah.
favorite one. It's because it was so fucking chill. There's no more venues downtown Ybor anymore, man. Like Crowbar is about to close.
Yeah, we were just I'm happy that the guys just got to play Crowbar not that long ago, so I was happy to be there. We were there
Yeah.
with Sweet Pill.
Oh yeah. I love Sweet Phil. But yeah, no, we met there, and I remember asking Peter if he smoked weed, and he's like, "No, but my drummer does." And I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" And he's like, "What's up, man?" And we smoked. I think I had a weed pen or something, and we were just like blazing it up. And singer Oceana got really fucking wasted and threw up halfway through his set. It was great. It was great. It was a really cool time. But we were friends then, and then bro, I didn't see him for like a while. Like I'm trying to remember the next time I saw him, and I want to say it might have been like Europe, bro. Like last year. Like I hadn't seen Peo in like years, but we just talked online like since that day. We were just kind of like online friends. But we really vibed really hard last year in Europe. Like we were in Czechia, and we were partying till like 2 a.m. on
That's
top of a mountain.
awesome.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, dude. So yeah, no, he's great, bro. He's one of like the coolest people I've met in the scene. Like,
So I love that. Especially I
yeah,
love that you said 2019, man. That it doesn't seem like that long ago, but it really is.
no,
It is but it is. I mean, times
it
have
is, it
changed, things
is.
have changed, and even now, I kind of like that. Now we're in 2026, and we've kind of like entered a time machine, Austin. Because even right now for Orlando hardcore, I mean, Nervous Breakdown is out there running, doing
Yeah,
shows again. Bubba Smith and Josh Call are out there fucking having a great time again.
yeah.
Edward or Davis, I think I mean, I know him by Bender, but Spine
Oh
Eater.
yeah, that's so funny. Spine Eater.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out Spine Eater.
yeah. Shout out Spine Eater. All everybody's just coming back together, and I love that, man. And I know that for you guys, it's got to be wonderful. I
Oh
mean, a
yeah,
lot of the
no.
venues are gone now. No more Black Box Collective or
Yeah.
Island Oasis or things like that.
Yeah, no, and even the venues now are like there's still good venues. I mean, like I fuck with Conduit, I like
Yeah,
Will's Pub.
conduits. Yeah,
Will's Pub, Conduit, Warp Tour, the bar we were hanging out in downtown.
yeah.
They do shows on the Wall Street right there. They build a big stage and like they let local bands play on
That's awesome.
like touring bill acts. They're having like a special event. Like they did that for Warp Tour weekend. They had like Fever 333 play, Devil Wears Prada, all that shit. It was really cool. The Abbey, the Abbey.
Yep,
That one's
that's where
good.
Sweet
Yeah.
Pill and Kaonashi and Sweet Pill played the Abbey that night that we met.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was that whole Warped Tour weekend. We had just gotten home from the Coheed cruise. We were doing a small run with Sweet Pill, ended
Yeah.
in Orlando. And I mean, the last show was in Crowbar, but we were in Orlando. That was happy to be home. So it's
Yeah.
crazy. Orlando's changed, man. It's a lot of since COVID. Orlando has changed a lot.
I agree. I agree. I'm happy you said that because I remember the Orlando scene before COVID. And while there was a decent amount of bands, and there was some good shows, it was not what it is now. Like I feel like after COVID, this new wave of like new generation of kids just like came out of like thin air and it like exploded. And then we had that venue, the Spot, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of kids still go to shows at Will's Pub that are hardcore shows or metalcore, the metalcore revival stuff. They're like young as shit, they're anywhere from 16 to like maybe 25, and they're all wanting to start like new bands. So we have had a big explosive growth uh, here in Orlando. You know what I mean? Sure, it comes with some kids, having egos and some people still being separated, and
Of
this
course.
clique is that clique. But I mean, I feel like that's every scene I've ever been a part of. I feel like that's just like a byproduct of it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I was just
Yeah.
talking to Year of the Knife about that, and we were talking about being so close to DC and where Straight Edge started and being a straight edge band out of Maryland, how it was like, how it's going now with straight edge kids and non-straight edge kids at these type of shows together versus how it used to be back then when we would blend. But there was always fights and stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Straight edge kids were like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "Dude, why we're here? We're here to mosh." Now it's kind of
Yeah.
now it's
No,
kind of
dude.
now it's
I
kind of
had
like,
my fair share, bro.
yeah, dude, me too. So,
I
I
got in, I got in several fights with some straight edge kids because like I'm originally from like the music scene down there is like West Palm Beach area, like
hmm
772, Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, Vero Beach. 2008, 2007, there used to be like a straight edge club in the area, like a local one. And I remember some dude trying my life because I was smoking a blunt in front of this Catholic church we had shows at. And bro, I got in a fight with those dudes like for the next 4 years, random shows. Like we would just get in fights with the straight edge
dude.
dudes, and it was just a thing. But I mean, that's kind of like, yeah, there was
Yeah.
like even way back then, bro. I just got a flashback to all the cliques that we had beef with. I'm just like, holy fuck, man.
It's kind of funny. I want to kind of taper back when you're talking about the age demographic 16 to 25.
Yeah,
Um, and it is kind of true because that's pretty much the age demographic that is the following of Kawanashi is roughly between that age 16
yeah,
and 25. Now we got older heads coming in. I love kind of seeing the young kids being drawn back into the scene and kind of making it their own.
yeah,
um for your type of music and knowing that age demographic, what would you guys say your inspiration is for your sound, the bands that you would say inspired your guys' sound, seeing that we're obviously a little older, you
yeah.
know
Honestly, man, I would say like with the newer music because we throw in some OG deathcore, just like original like brutal deathcore vibes. I like to incorporate it into what we are as a band with like the last two releases and even with like Paved in Blood or Wall of Wax. Uh, I would say we have a little bit of mix between like bands like Carnifex, even like Crimson Armada. I'd say Chelsea Grin for like the deathcore sides. I wouldn't really say Suicide Silence. Maybe a little bit there. I was never like the biggest Suicide Silence fan when I was a jit. I was more into like Whitechapel, Job for a Cowboy, Chelsea Grin. I would say bands like that, maybe Jerome for like when we're writing, we're like, yo, we need to like have like a bouncy deathcore part here, or like we need like a disgusting like blast beat, but I don't want it to be like
hmm
that orchestra shit. I want it to be like brutal. Same thing with breakdowns or intros. But like the way I look at deathcore, like the version of deathcore we are, is we definitely lean more on the hardcore side of it. But like
I love that.
deathcore is just death metal, hardcore mixed. I think we're closer to a sound of maybe I would say even a big inspiration as well. I can't believe I'm forgetting this. Despise Icon. I
Of
love
course.
I love their dynamic and like their take on deathcore. It's not necessarily so vocal driven. Like the vocals are sick, but there's two of them. They have like crazy two steps. I think they're like great. Like sometimes when I'm struggling to think of like maybe a song or a formula, I go listen to like a Spice Icon song from like probably almost any album, and I feel like their formula hasn't changed. Even with like the latest album release, uh, I felt like it was sick. Like they stayed true to like who they were all these years.
Right.
Um, but like for us, I'd say when we're writing more hardcore parts, I'm trying to keep it a little new age, and I wouldn't say some parts are strictly hardcore because we definitely have maybe some knock loose riffs. We definitely have some like Kubla Khan riffs, in there sometimes. Um, so something like that. I like. I don't want it to be like old eight, like just straight up like old riffs hardcore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to try to incorporate something new that kind of blended with like the new genres coming out, mixing with some old OG deathcore vibes as well. So I feel like it's worked so far. It kind of felt really hard to pull off in my head when I was thinking about it, but when you just kind of throw two steps in and like call outs and some like cool breakdowns, it kind of like just works itself out really.
Yeah. And I honestly, I think that thank you for explaining all that to me and saying that to the people. No, because it's perfect. It's
Yeah,
kind of wonderful because it sets you guys up just right for being on the last day of Neverhome on the same bill with Sabella and
yeah,
thus spoke as well. And it's
yeah,
kind of it's a perfect blend of that whole day is going to be a perfect blend of deathcore, hardcore, and crazy riffs.
yeah, yeah,
Have you ever? Is this your first time playing Philadelphia with Kawanashi or any
yeah.
of these bands at all?
No, I mean, I never played Philly with Thus Spoke, but we toured with Thus Spoke. I took them on their headliner or on our headliner back in November with Crimson Armada.
Ooh,
Uh,
I'm sad. Shame I missed that. I know that was a heavy. I know
yeah, it
that. I
was
know
sick.
that was a heavy hitter.
Yeah, it was. It was. That tour was sick. It was Crimson's first tour back. Uh,
Awesome.
shout out the boys. They're great, dude. They're fucking. Yeah, I met him on the way to Victims and 156 Silence when we were on the way to that tour 2025 winter. It was like January. We played Columbus as a routing date on the way to Sanctuary in Detroit. Stode's band played Ear to Ear, like was one of his local bands at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yo, come crash at my house." We're sitting there, we're smoking weed, and he's like, "So like, what if I was bringing Crimson Armada back?" And I was like, I laughed and I was like, no way. I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, man. I like have the time now. He had his like life figured out and he wanted to do it. So I hooked him up with Dynamic originally for their booking agent, and
Awesome.
they just hit the ground running. Now they're killing it, man. I feel like they're about to blow up even harder than they already have.
I love that. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Hell yeah. So
yeah, dude.
first time in Philly with
Kaonachi, yeah.
Kawanashi. But not your first time playing Philly.
No, this would be my third time playing Philly.
What are your first two times in
Bro,
Philadelphia? Where'd you play?
first time ever with this band Dems Fighting Words from Chicago. Very small DIY tour. Ironically, the DIY tour that we got lucky enough to shoot that black and white LCY video on, it was like 2023 Bonks Bar, Bonks in Philly, like right outside of Kensington. Bro, there's like four people there. It was terrible. We had like 1,000 monthly listeners or some shit. We were so,
Holy shit.
and then that was yeah, bro. That was 2023 summer 2023, and then last time with Varials in Philly at the church, First Unitarian Church, something like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was sick. That was sick. I always wanted to play that venue. Joe Hardcore was like the promoter. Austin Archie from Lorna Shore came to the show.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it was sick, man. That venue was awesome. That crowd was crazy.
Yeah, more sounds like there was more than four people.
Yeah, no, it was sold out. Yeah, thank God.
That's
I
all.
was hoping there was not going to be four people, but I would. No shade to Bonks. I loved Bonks. The venue was sick. I would totally play there again now. I feel like it would be super fire if we ever did it there again. Because it's like, have you ever been there, Monk's Bar?
No, bro, honestly, this is the first time I've even heard of this place,
No shit.
Bonks. And I mean, I bet you at sometimes, I mean, I bet shows there are bonkers.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's like
Going
cool.
bonkers at Bonks.
Yeah, bonkers and bonks. Yeah. No, it's cool. Like they can open up like the sidewall at the bar where like the band plays, so like people can be outside, so they can have like more capacity. I'm pretty sure it's a
Awesome.
really cool venue. I would totally play there again. But no, I'm excited to play this one. This one's gonna be sick.
It is going to be sick, man. It's going to be a great time. I know that. I mean, are you guys going to be there the whole weekend? I know you're doing your run, your festival. You're doing all that. You're flying in, everything. Are you only going to be flying in for the day you guys are playing, which is Saturday?
I think
Or are you gonna maybe potentially be there the whole weekend? Because if you
I
haven't been to Cousin Danny's, you're gonna love Cousin Danny's.
okay. I think we're there the day before. I think we
Sick.
fly in the day before, and I talked to Peo. I don't know if we're gonna get an Airbnb or crash, or he'll have somewhere for us to crash. I don't. It doesn't really matter, but I think we're trying to leave the next day because I think Josh, my drummer, has to go back to work at that point because we'll be gone for yeah like a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, just about. So it is what it is. It's fun. I love being on the road. I make way more money on the road. It's a great time waking
It
up in a
is. Yeah.
different city. Fucking new coffee shop every day. I love coffee. Okay, new coffee shop every day. I love when you go to legal states, except Illinois. Illinois, you got to fix your legal shit with your weed. Okay, it's just way too expensive. Way too expensive. What the hell's going on in Illinois? But everywhere else, I love legal weed. Nah, man, traveling's great. Traveling with music and all that shit, and just I think being able to see friends that I don't get to see often either is like one of the coolest parts for it because it's always like a memorable time. Like, because
Yeah.
you don't get to hang out every day, you know.
No, you don't. I one that's one of my favorite things about touring ever since I jumped on with the guys is we're in states that I have friends that I haven't seen for over 20 years sometimes, man.
Exactly, bro.
And I'm just like, I can't believe we're fucking standing right here with each other, just like we never stopped being friends. It's always nice. It is a really nice memory to make, and I love that.
Yeah, it is.
Touring with your friends, traveling, eating hot dogs at the gas stations.
Yeah, I don't eat hot dogs. I'm not a hot dog fan, but I do fuck up the taquitos. Okay, I do fuck those up. All right, those are my favorite. All right, or what the fuck does Loves have? Those like mac and cheese? No, not mac. Yeah, the mac and cheese bowls or the breakfast bowl. That's what it is.
I'm always
So,
too scared. I'm always so scared to grab one of those breakfast bowls, especially, depending on the time. Plus, if there's an Arby's in that Loves or something, dude, I'm
oh,
getting the kids meal.
oh yeah, valid.
I'm getting the kids meal.
A Jamocha shake will fix me on the road. Okay.
Since we're talking food now, and I'm getting hungry, and we're Philly. This is all about Philly. What's your favorite Philly cheesesteak place?
Dude, I don't even I can't remember the first time we went. My friend Jordan, who my bassist Chris used to play in a band with from our hometown, he lives in Philly now. He's like a cook up there. Fuck, bro, I really wish I could tell you where he got these. He brings us he brings us cheesesteaks every time, and he got it from his friend's restaurant. I wish I could remember where it is. It's somewhere close to the church, bro. It was. I don't remember the name of it. It was amazing. Sesame bread, perfectly melted, caramelized onion. It was incredible. It was like
That
the best Philly I've ever had. I gotta ask
Yeah,
where he
hit them
got it.
up. Hit
Yeah,
them up. Tell
I
them to
gotta
bring
ask
them
him.
because you're pulling up. Bring them.
I'm gonna. He's gotta bring him, bro. It wasn't. I'd never had a cheesesteak that good before, ever. It was fucking.
uh Man, and when Peo hears this, he's gonna be like, "Circle and squares, Cooper sharp cheddar." Uh, I swear by Jim's, but that's just me. Jim's seafood, Jim's cheesesteak. I'm just like, I just happened. That's so funny. Where? So let me ask you, man. What are your favorite when it comes to Kawanashi? What is it that what is about their sound that draws to you?
I think the community that the band is like formed around it is like a big thing. Bro, I remember when discovering Kawanashi, it was a live video on YouTube, I believe, from fucking I don't remember what, maybe like 2018. And they were playing like a sold out show. I think it was like one of their headliners or like a headlining show. Every single fucking kid in that room knew every single word to like every song they played. Like everything, like Peter was barely having to sing. Like these kids were hanging on. He could just drop the mic and they knew exactly where he was in the song. And I loved the energy. And I started listening to it and I fucking loved it, man. Like Real Leather really got me like hooked. And I think it's like emotional, but also like relatable, I guess you could say. Like he's just not
100%.
writing bullshit in his song just to make it cool. Like not saying that artists do that all the time or anything, but like I could tell Peter really wrote from like real emotion and real experiences that he's had, and I think that resonates with people more than anything when it's very original like that. And that's what it did for me. And then seeing the live shows, discovering them that way, seeing them, then getting to play with them live like later, and just seeing the same energy. It's crazy, bro. You know, it made me want to get better at writing and connecting with my fans better. You know what I
I
mean?
love that.
Yeah, I think particularly connecting with the fans through art and like live shows, like commanding the crowd, being interactive, making sure everyone there is having a good time. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Yeah, that's what Kawanashi was for me when I discovered them.
I love that.
Yeah, sick.
Because they definitely exhume that. You feel it in the room. You feel
Yeah,
it. You
exactly.
feel it when they go on stage. You feel it when they're off stage too. Even at the merch table, the guys will come and hang out with me at the end of the night with the merch table and connect with the fans, giving the kids an opportunity to be like, "Yo, thank you so much, Peter, for being here, for exactly what you just said, making
Yeah,
me a
exactly.
better writer, making me a better artist." Or people watching Alex shred on his guitar and Jari and just and Peo. I mean, Peo is an amazing drummer.
He is. Yeah.
I love watching Peo drum.
Yeah. Same.
It is something that I think a lot of people would agree on. It's probably one of the most amusing things to watch.
Yeah.
Even Peo catches himself hitting some amazing solos and hit. There was a video that he dropped recently, and you could see it in his face that he was just like, "Oh yeah!" like, and I love that, man. And just when Peter's on stage with his soundboard and he's hitting it with the
Yeah.
oh,
No, I love that. It's very unique presence, bro.
it's crazy.
I forget. I remember Peo was talking to me in Czechia. We were like side stage. I forget who was playing. I think Terminal Sleep. And we were talking, and he was saying how like their new music, like the new album they had put out, Never Home. When he was doing that, um, he wrote shit in the studio that like when he went to play it live, he was like, "Fuck, why'd I do that? Like, why'd I make this harder for myself?" You know. But it was sick. It was sick. But I could tell what he means. But he plays crazy, bro, and he puts his whole heart into it.
He does. I feel like he definitely pushes himself every time he sits in that seat. He pushes himself past the last time. He's like, I know I did it this way. Now I'm going to do it this way. And
Yeah,
like you just said, he makes it more difficult for himself. But I think that's what Kawanashi, is also they're there to constantly break boundaries.
yeah, I agree.
Let's go further. Let's keep going. Let's see. Let's push ourselves even more and more and more. How can we make this bigger? How can we make this even greater? And I mean, look, I mean, Never Home, fifth or sixth year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
We now have number 12, looks like you. They just came back out, and now
Yeah,
they're
I thought that
back
was
out.
crazy
Yeah,
cool.
now they're back out in the scene. Sabella again, you guys, Year of the Knife,
Yep.
Gun Game from New Mexico, from Albuquerque. I mean, the Spoke. I mean, this is last year's was amazing, but this is a good run, and all of you guys have connections with each other, not just with Kawanashi, but with other bands that are on the bill. So it's just all the homies coming together.
Yep.
I
I
mean,
agree.
and what more can you ask for?
Not much more.
No,
Not
you
much
can't.
more.
You can't. You really can't. Now let's
Maybe a full spread at catering. Maybe a full spread at catering.
a
Okay.
cheese, a full spread cheesesteak catering.
Yeah.
All the cheesesteaks from all the different
Unlimited,
places.
unlimited beer.
Oh,
Unlimited beer. Okay.
unlimited.
We're like,
Uh,
and just no end in sight of beer.
yeah,
That's what.
that's the Orlando. That's the Florida in us. That's the Florida in us, man. I kind of want to touch. I want to go back and talk about heavy hitter a little bit now.
Yeah.
I know you guys have been around for about what I would say 5 years or so.
Actually, bro, we started 2017.
Okay,
Uh,
2017.
yeah, and we were a local band. Bro, we were a local band from 2017 till that summer that I was talking about, 2023.
Right. And that's when your was that when your first release album came out? Because I know you guys have a couple EPs.
Yeah, we don't have an album out yet. We're actually writing one right now. Um, but no, our first EP was Street Violence that came out in 2021. We spent all of 2020 like writing that EP, and it was like a Frankenstein. It went through so many changes, but no, yeah, the band, bro. I quit music from 20 years old to about 26. I quit music and got out of bands, and I tried to go to college. I was a manager at Domino's. I was in a really toxic relationship. All that shit fell apart because relationship fell apart, depression. Uh, I got drunk and got like crashed my motorcycle and got like a DUI when I was
Oh
like
man.
21. Really bad shit, like not good stuff. I lost my job. So I kind of hit rock bottom, got back on my feet after I got off probation, all that shit. I was like 20. It was like I got off probation like in like 8 months, like after I crashed. It was like 20. I was like 23. But like 3 years later, I kind of was just like over just doing 9 to 5, and I was like, what do I want to do with my life? And I just kind of like thought about music, and I made a status on Facebook and was like, yo, I want to do a band. Some kids hit me up. I started some like little stupid band. It fell apart, but the guitarist from that band introduced me to his other friend who was like a bass player in a pop punk band, and his name was Dane. And he was trying to start like a hardcore band. And I was like, well, my band just fell apart, so let's try to start a band. So that was Heavy Hitter. And like we played in a closet. Our first practice space was a storage unit that was like no bigger than a closet, and we could not practice there unless it was on Sundays because the office was closed. They did not know we were a band. We had to lie and say we had furniture in there, whatever. 8 months later, they found out that we were a band. Someone complained, but we had already moved to a new storage unit down the street that had like a stage in it, and they were cool with bands.
Awesome.
But yeah, that we were just like locals, bro, for like a long ass time. I didn't know what the fuck we were doing. It was tough to get shows out of our hometown. Eventually figured it out. Started playing West Palm, Miami, Orlando, Tampa. We met up with that dude, like a couple promoters, like JB, Rory back in the day, and they put us on like touring shows. Like it's like the local band that sold tickets. Like you had to sell
Right.
tickets, get on the show, you sell tickets, you do good, they'll put you on more shows, blah blah blah. That whole
That whole thing.
team. So we were doing that for like bro years, and we really just weren't breaking out. And 2023, I booked a DIY tour with this band Dem's Fighting Words from Chicago. Um, we had an OKC date. This lady that booked it, the promoter, I don't know what happened. The venue closed. She was a little weird. Shit got crazy. So we just canceled the show. Well, the other band, Dem's Fighting Words, they were like, well, we can get us a show in Birmingham, Alabama at this venue called LCY. We played there before. It's a cool venue. Like, the guy will take care of us. And I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, we got nothing to lose. So we drove all the way to Birmingham. We get there, and the guy's name is Tim. He's the owner. And he was like, yo, what's up, guys? I love your band. I actually like your song, Wall of Wax. Wall of Wax, our main song, like our top song now, had already been out for 3 months with like a music video that we had already done. And it got like decent traction, but it didn't really like blow up.
Mm-hmm.
He said he wanted to shoot that black and white LCY uncut like style video. It's like a one take shot. He puts your song over it. It just looks like a live performance. It's like a really cool aesthetic. And his channel, I guess, was just starting to pop off a little bit. So I was like, sure, let's do it. He's like, I'm not going to charge you because we're having a show here tonight. I'll make money from your show, so don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh,
Awesome.
cool, sick. So he just did it. He posted it on his channel the next day. He gave us the video. We were in Texas, and me and my bassist Chris, we posted the video on TikTok at like 4 p.m. and we went and played the show, hanging out with homies. I forgot about it. Like, I didn't even really expect it to do anything. I looked back at my phone and I had like a fucking shitload of notifications on it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I clicked TikTok. That thing had 1 million views in like 6
Wow.
hours. And it was like a bunch of comments, shares. I looked at our Spotify. We suddenly had like 80 people listening now. You know, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what the hell? And it just didn't stop. It didn't stop. Like, from that point on, from that moment, we just kept making content, posting for the band, and it just kept growing, bro. Like, we went from 5K monthlies that day to like in 2 days we're at like 50K, and people
Wow.
were following us on all our socials, hitting us up. I started doing merch drops online, like pre-sale, like pre-orders, and they were blowing up. We were making fucking killing money. People were buying a bunch of shit. It was surreal, bro. It was like a light switch. It was like it went from like, what are we doing, to like, holy fuck, like we can do this
Yeah, that's
overnight.
awesome.
And it was luck. It was luck, man. It was like, yeah, sure, maybe, I don't want to say we're a great band or we're like a good band because I feel like that's a little pretentious.
Right, because you're an
But
amazing band.
I,
That's why, because you're an amazing band. I
no,
can say it. I can
no,
say it.
it's but I feel like you got to be good. There's so many great bands, but man, it does take some luck sometimes, bro. Like, we just got lucky, and I'll always be thankful for that.
Dude,
But I try to tell everybody that, man. I'm like, dude. People ask me, how did you guys do it? I'm like, you gotta get out there, bro. You gotta fucking do that DIY tour. You gotta put yourself out there. Don't you give a fuck what a lot of other people think either, too, bro. Just put yourself out there. Worry about yourself. Your fans will find you, and they
yep,
will give a fuck, and they will support you. Like, there's
yep.
8 billion people and growing on this planet, bro. Like, there's more than enough to go around.
Exactly. Amen.
Yeah,
That's right, dude. Fuck yeah. No, that's true, man. Speak
it
the
is
truth,
true.
dude. For every 10 haters, you got 100 lovers.
Exactly.
So
Exactly,
go
man.
on, hate all day, baby.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. That's your guys' story. Your story right there is almost similar to like when Car Keys blew up on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just boom.
Hey, dude, it is. It's like a really cool thing. You know what I
Sh-
mean? And
sh-
it changes. It changes your perspective. It changed my life. Like, my life is drastically different. I've seen fucking what, 14 countries, 13 countries in Europe, all of
Amazing.
Canada, all of America, several times. Like, it. It's crazy. So, like, my thing is, to any artists that are ever like struggling and they're feeling unvalidated, like, bro, the time will come. Patience in this industry, I feel like with any form of art, patience is the biggest thing you can ever have. especially when if you're a growing band and labels are hitting you up, booking agents, anything, managers, bro, be patient. Don't take the first offer. Wait, weigh out your options. Do some research. Make sure you're not getting locked in a shitty deal because I feel like if you get locked in a shit deal, it's gonna kill all of your drive, to like want to do this because then it turns into something that's not healthy. You know what I mean? If you're consistently in debt, um, they're taking too much from you. You know what I mean? You know exactly what I'm
Right.
trying to
No,
say. Yeah.
no, yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Once it actually starts feeling like a real job,
Yeah.
like a job, you start feeling resentment towards it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and
Yeah.
it's not fun anymore.
No, it's not
Uh,
fun anymore.
and the energy you're putting out isn't fun anymore. Now it's like I got to make money off of y'all somehow, and it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
and it changes everything. So you're right.
Yeah.
Patience. Patience
Patience is
is
a
a
virtue.
virtue.
Yeah.
Hey,
Patience. It
you
is,
heard
bro.
patience is a virtue, and you heard it here from two Florida mans.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy
Crazy.
because we ain't got no patience, bro.
No,
We
bro. Even
we
living
we
in
want
Florida, I don't have patience on the road, bro. I'm gonna be real. Ask the boys.
That's so funny, man. I
Yeah.
dude, what's great is that my next question was gonna be what kind of message do we have for the fans of Kawanashi at Neverhome and everything, and we kind of just laid it out without even having to ask. Uh, just be patient.
Be patient. Follow your dreams. Don't listen to the negative shit, bro. A lot of your friends and family are gonna tell you that it's not gonna work out. Fuck them. Don't listen to that. Love
Yep.
them, but you don't have to deal with them. And you can be the underdog. No one's gonna believe in you, or people will. It doesn't really matter. There's really no right way to do art. It's its own form of success. I feel like it's subjective.
Right.
Um, don't try to compare to people either because comparison is the thief of joy. That shit will ruin you, bro. Just worry about your own band, what you're doing, and have fun. Make sure you're having fun. That's like the biggest part because that once it starts growing, it's hard to still have fun sometimes. You got to remember the small moments, smell the roses, and enjoy like everything, like the whole journey that you've come from.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hell fucking yeah. Dude, this is gonna be great, man. You just hyped me the fuck up even more than I was hyped. Now I'm like even more hyped for Never Home.
No, it's gonna be a sick show, bro. I think you're gonna really like the set.
It's gonna be a great weekend, huge weekend. Last night, Never Home Philly, heavy hitter, not heavy
Hitter.
hitters. There are many hitters in the band, but there's only one heavy hitter.
There's only one heavy hitter.
There's only one brother.
There's only one brother. No, we're gonna
Uh,
do something cool. Hopefully, we'll get some cool merch item and shit too. I want to do something
awesome.
special.
Well, it was great talking to you, Austin.
Dude, you
I'm
too.
sad that I will not be. I will try, but I hope I can make it. But if not, I'm sad that you guys are going to be so close to me. Only an hour and 20 minutes up the road from me in Worcester, playing with some pretty awesome bands as well that I've come in contact with that I can also call friends. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. Austin, give me a shout. Maybe we can link up or something. You never know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
we we
I think I got you on Instagram. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
let's talk, dude. Maybe we can work something out, man. Because I'd love to see you.
Yeah. Same, bro. I love seeing friends on the road, like I said. So I'll hit you up
Yeah,
because shit, everything up there is hella close, so we can make it happen.
exactly. And if I gotta call out of work or rearrange my schedule, I'll do it.
All right, bet.
I'll do it. So I'll see you. You guys out there, never home. You'll get to see Austin and the rest of Heavy Hitter August 22nd
Yes,
at
sir.
Never Home 3-day music festival. Get your 3-day pass. Lots of great bands. They're playing with Sabella. Come and fucking bring it. Be patient.
Be patient.
Have fun.
Be patient. All right.
Be patient.
Everything. Today's word: patience.
Patience. That's right. There's a patience living in Florida. We know there's a patience.
uh,
We know patience in
you
Florida.
have to have patience to get out of Florida. It's a 6-hour, 7-hour drive.
Yeah, it took me 16 years to get out of it. It took me 16 years to get out of Florida. So we'll see
Yeah.
you guys. We'll see you in Philly. Have a great trip. Have fun in Romania. Don't get bit by a
Yes, dude.
vampire.
All right, bro. I'll talk to
Later.
you later, man.
Later, buddy. Thank you.
Later.
Bye.
Peace.